so many tens of thousands of views on this channel, and today's program is for your benefit and everyone's benefit that tunes in to hear about the glories of our spiritual master, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. And we also want to invite you to attend our classes on Wednesdays, Saturdays, and Sundays in order to get association with members of the Prabhupada Disciples Association, which is dedicated to protecting the legacy of our spiritual master, Srila Prabhupada, through our different Sankirtan programs that we've introduced for our members, and we are continually maintaining them and increasing them as time goes on. Today's program, we are going to have Yashodanandana Prabhu read some of the offerings from various members of our group. And then after that, he can speak and handle the program for our pleasure, transcendental pleasure. I'm going to start off by reading just one section from the Bhagavad Gita, probably the most important verse for all of us in terms of our relationship with Srila Prabhupada. And it's from chapter 4, Transcendental Knowledge, text 34. And this verse is key to understanding the position of a disciple in relation to the spiritual master. And Prabhupada explains Krishna's teachings in his purport to us. So we'll read that verse. Tadvidhi pranipatena pariprashnena sevaya. Thank you. Upadekshanti te jnanam. Jnaninas tattva darshanaha. Tat, that knowledge of different sacrifices. Vidhi, try to understand. Pranipatena, by approaching a spiritual master. Pariprashnena, by submissive inquiry. Sevaya, by the rendering of service. Upadekshanti, initiate. Te, unto you. Jnanam, knowledge. Jnaninas, the self-realized. Tattva, truth. Darshana, the seers. Translation by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada. Just try to learn the truth by approaching a spiritual master. Inquire from him submissively and render service unto him. The self-realized soul can impart knowledge unto you because he has seen the truth. And that's Prabhupada's position for us. He is the bona fide spiritual master. Purport. The path of spiritual realization is undoubtedly difficult. The Lord therefore advises us to approach a bona fide spiritual master in the line of disciplic succession from the Lord himself. No one can be a bona fide spiritual master without following this principle of disciplic succession. The Lord is the original spiritual master, and a person in the disciplic succession can convey the message of the Lord as it is to his disciple. No one can be spiritually realized by manufacturing his own process, as is the fashion of the foolish pretenders. The Bhagavatam says, Dharmam hi sakshad bhagavat pranitam. The path of religion is directly enunciated by the Lord. Therefore, Mental speculation or dry arguments cannot help one progress in spiritual life. One has to approach a bona fide spiritual master to receive the knowledge. Such a spiritual master should be accepted in full surrender, and one should serve the spiritual master like a menial servant without false prestige. Satisfaction of the self-realized spiritual master is the secret of advancement in spiritual life. I'll read that again. Satisfaction of the self-realized spiritual master is the secret of advancement in spiritual life. Inquiries and submission constitute the proper combination of spiritual understanding. Unless there is submission and service, inquiries from the learned spiritual master will not be effective. One must be able to pass the test of the spiritual master, and when he sees the genuine desire of the disciple, he automatically blesses the disciple with genuine spiritual understanding. In this verse, both blind following and absurd inquiries are condemned. One should not only hear submissively from the spiritual master, but one must also get a clear understanding from him in submission and service and inquiries. A bona fide spiritual master is by nature very kind toward the disciple. Therefore, when the student is submissive and is always ready to render service, the reciprocation of knowledge and inquiries becomes perfect. So, before moving forward with our presentation, I wanted to comment that everything that the spiritual master speaks, we've mentioned this over and over again, is Shastra. It is non-different than Krishna speaking to us. And so these words that we've read here in this purport are ever fresh for the disciple to read and study and understand and apply practically in 2024 in terms of their service to the spiritual master and the protection of his legacy, which is the greatest service that our group has adopted as our mission in life. Yashodanandana Prabhu, if you could further elaborate on today's glorifications of our spiritual master. Microphone.
I think they unmuted me. Thank you very much for this introduction. And I want to thank all the devotees, especially Venkat Bhatta Prabhu, Rupesh Prabhu, and your good self, for organizing this program, and for all the dedication that you've shown to serving Srila Prabhupada in a very selfless and dedicated and diligent manner. I have seen so many things occur in the society which Srila Prabhupada started in 1965, especially as after the departure of Srila Prabhupada. But this day is very special because the Vyāsa Pūjā Day is an opportunity for us to reflect on the very special significance and position of His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, who established the International Society for Krishna Consciousness. He is the eternal founder Acharya. And it's very important for devotees to really understand who is Srila Prabhupada. Just yesterday, I got an email from a very good friend of mine, old friend in Florida, Nalini Kanta Prabhu, and he was saying, it seems that in the society, in our society, he was referring to the ISKCON Society. Most people do not understand who is Srila Prabhupada. There seems to be so many different levels of misunderstanding of his exalted position. And Prabhupada many times complained that the problem I have with my disciples is they do not read my books. That this is well known. This is a very, very important point. And so what I'm going to do with this probably for the next hour and 20 minutes is basically read from some of these offerings that are on the Vyāsa Pūjā book that's been compiled. And I want to say, if anybody has submitted offerings which were a little late or some way or other were not included in the Vyāsa Pūjā book, bring it to our attention. You can email Venkat Prabhu or Rupesh Prabhu or myself, and we will make sure that the electronic version will include your offerings, because it's a little difficult to do everything. Some offerings were received as late as yesterday when the book was already complete. So send us whatever offerings you've had, and we'll make sure that it goes into the final complete electronic version. I want to read from the offering of Venkat Bhatta Prabhu. This was, he's offering his obeisances to Srila Prabhupada. He's offering a few prayers that were composed as part of the Prabhupada Stotram. And then he says, "Your divine grace, you are the most merciful. You have mercifully given us your instructions and books. I have found shelter in them. They are nectarian, and they are the only respite from the clutches of Maya. Reading your books dissipates all illusion instantly. I always wish to remember the instructions given in your books and never forget them. I pray to Krishna to show his mercy upon me, so that your lotus feet are established in my heart and mind every moment. I also pray that I spend every moment of my life in your service. Your aspiring servant of servant, Venkat Bhatta Das." Very, very nice. Next, I'm going to read a few sections from Vijay Pandit Prabhu in Italy, his offering to Srila Prabhupada. It's not very long, so I'll read most of it. Srila Prabhupada, he offers his obeisances, Namam Vishnupadaya, Namaste Saraswati Devi. All glories to you, divine grace, Srila Prabhupada. All glories to this day of valiant auspiciousness, your transcendental appearance. Your coming, Srila Prabhupada, has been the unparalleled gift ever. You are the perfect devotee of Harinam Samkirtana, the greatest distributor of Sri Krishna consciousness at the lotus feet of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Nityananda Prabhu through your books, your eternal Vani. Dear spiritual master Srila Prabhupada, to you I bow with great reverence and submission, because to you I owe my life in Krishna consciousness. You are the perfect professor in this knowledge, who was able to give me and give to humanity the way back to Godhead. You meticulously committed all your time filled with love and compassion to teach us every single transcendental aspect, so that I and we could learn the most perfect consciousness, the Krishna consciousness. And most fascinating, you have always shown to us by example to be and how to be an authentic, faithful disciple. In each of your spoken articles, you constantly glorify the glories of Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati and Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur, the initiator of the Sankirtan movement, as you confirm. Extraordinary how Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu describes your appearance and mission to us, conditioned beings. All glories to you, Srila Prabhupada, because it was Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu himself that predicted your appearance in this world. And Sri Lochan Das Thakur cites the statement of Lord Chaitanya as follows. From Sri Chaitanya Mangala Sutra Kanda, Lord Chaitanya speaking of the reason for his descent. Ebe nama samkirtana tikshna kadaglaya, antar asura jivera felibe katiya. Taking the short sword of the congregational chanting of the Hare Krishna mantra, Nama Samkirtana, I will root out and destroy the demoniac mentality in the hearts of all the conditioned souls. Yadi papi jadi dharma dure deshe, yayamor senapati bhakta yobai tatai. If some sinful people escape and given up religious principles, go to far-off countries, then my senapati bhakta will come at that time and give them Krishna consciousness. Senapati, top general. According to Lord Chandas Thakur, Lord Chaitanya will empower his own devotee to spread Krishna consciousness around the world. Even Srila Vrindavan Das Thakur cites Lord Chaitanya's prediction of the appearance, Srila Prabhupada. Pritibite ache nadjato nagaradigram sarvatara prachar hoibe morenam. In every town and village, the chanting of my name will be heard. Sri Chaitanya Bhagavata, Antilila 4:126. In the Chaitanya Mangala, also known as Chaitanya Bhagavata, Srila Vrindavan Das Thakur has stated in many places the factual truth that in the future, Vyāsa Deva will describe the pastimes and philosophy of Lord Chaitanya very elaborately. The statement, Age Vyar Karibe Varnani, is similar to a text in the Chaitanya Bhagavata, first chapter, text 180, in which Vrindavan Das Thakur says the unlimited pastimes of Sri Chaitanya will be described by Sri Vyasadeva in the future. Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur says that these statements indicate that in the future, other representative of Vyasadeva will elaborately describe Lord Chaitanya's pastimes. The purport is that any pure devotee in the disciplic succession who describes the pastimes of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is confirmed to be a representative of Vyasadeva. Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita Antilila 2087. If we simply follow Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's instructions and follow in the footsteps of Sri Nityananda Prabhu, this Krishna consciousness movement can advance, and even more difficult tasks can be performed by the preachers remaining faithful to the service of the Lord. Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita Madhya Lila 1665 purport. Please instruct me how to follow. All glories to you, Srila Prabhupada, your insignificant disciple. Next, let me locate. Next is the offering of Vishwakarma Prabhu. Very beautiful. Let me read that. July 16, 2024, Camp Hamilton, Ontario, Canada. Dear Srila Prabhupada, please accept my humble obeisances. On this most sacred day of your appearance day, I reaffirm my commitment to you as my eternal guru and mercy representative of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. I also remain committed to placing you in the forefront of the Samkirtan mission as the bona fide representative of your guru, Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Goswami. In a letter to Govinda Dasi on August 17, 1969, you provide perfect insight to us, your disciples, how we should see you in our lives. Quote, you write that you have a desire to avail of my association again, but why do you forget that you are always in association with me? When you are helping my missionary activities, I am always thinking of you, and you're always thinking of me. That is real association. Just like I always think of my Guru Maharaj every moment, although he's not physically present. And because I'm trying to serve him to my best capacity, I am sure he's helping me by his spiritual blessings. So there are two kinds of association, physical and preceptorial. Physical association is not so important as preceptorial association. Once again, you confirm the importance of your Vani incarnation in our understanding of our relationship with you. To our materially ambitious God brothers, such explanations of the Guru Tattva principles may be misunderstood because such devotees always study you in your books from their own materially motivated point of view. Those who are bona fide disciples of you heartily welcome your teachings when they are spoken by you on the proper understanding of Guru Tattva. Bona fide disciples are eager to hear your authoritative statements on the most important principle of spiritual life, that you are as good as God in your transcendental words. Every word the Acharya speaks is Shastra. Text 82. Nityananda Kripa Patra Vrindavana Das Chaitanya Lilai Ten Hohoyena Adi Vyāsa. Translation by Srila Prabhupada. Vrindavan Das Thakur is Lord Nityananda's favorite devotee, and therefore he is the original Vyasadeva in describing the pastimes of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Now, the quote is not given here, the reference is text 82 from, I don't know if it's from Adi Lila, Madhya Lila, whatever. Let's read the purport. Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur says that all writers after Vrindavan Das Thakur, who are pure devotees of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and who have tried to describe the Lord's activities, are to be considered like Vyāsa. Srila Vrindavan Das Thakur is the original Vyasadeva in describing Chaitanya Lila. In all others who follow in his footsteps by describing Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's pastimes are also to be called Vyasadeva. The bona fide spiritual master is called Vyāsa because he is a representative of Vyāsa. Worshipping the birthday of such a spiritual master is called Vyāsa Pūjā. You are the bona fide representative of Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Prabhupada in the disciplic succession from Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, as confirmed in the Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita. In the ISKCON biography of Srila Prabhupada, you are in some cases portrayed as an ordinary man by the author Satsvarup Das. This is a grave offense against you as a pure devotee of Krishna and to your mission of truth. We bona fide disciples know that you, Srila Prabhupada, are the transparent via media of Krishna and present eternally with us in your Vani incarnation. Vani means sound incarnation. The current ISKCON gurus do not accept this understanding of your transcendental teachings and instructions as demonstration by their actions. Actions always speak louder than words. The ISKCON disciples that misrepresent your position as Diksha and Shiksha Guru in our mission and insist we need a Guru in his Vapu form are totally wrong according to Shastra, and they are misinforming their followers. Prabhupada, you are above the domination of the modes of material nature and the influence of time and space, and you are the mercy representative of Lord Chaitanya. A genuine bona fide disciples of you is not confused about your transcendental position as the bona fide spiritual master. We do not propagate the mission of Lord Chaitanya for personal material reasons, like many of our godbrothers. The ISKCON movement has become another version of the Gaudiya Math, just like after the disappearance of Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Swami Prabhupada. Despite the warnings given to us in your personal instructions, many of our godbrothers have disregarded them and went to your godbrothers on how to conduct the mission after your physical departure. Thus, the poison of confusion entered your mission and like a cancer has destroyed its authenticity. Yes, the ISKCON mission you carefully started back in 1965 has been destroyed due to the offenses and blasphemy against you as the bona fide representative of Lord Krishna by some of your own disciples. The atheistic attitude of persons who consider you, Srila Prabhupada, to be an ordinary human being subject to the modes of material nature is rejected by all of us sincere seekers of the truth. One of our goals is to expose these fraudulent so-called Vaishnavas in ISKCON and other so-called yoga groups. On this most important Vyāsa Pūjā day, we dedicate our life's energy in our few remaining years on this earth to this service for the protection and promotion of your unadulterated legacy for future generations. All glories to you, Srila Prabhupada, and the preservation of the absolute truth you have taught in your unedited books, letters, and lectures, O representative of Vyāsa, Vishwakarma Das. Very nice. I'm going to skip my Vyāsa Pūjā because it is a little too long. I'm trying to find the offering of Narasimha Prabhu. Let me go back to the origin. Give me a little bit of time here. I'll locate it here in a minute. Okay, we have page 61. This is the offering of Narasimha Das. Dearest Srila Prabhupada, please accept my repeated prostrated dandavats at your lotus feet. All glories to Sri Guru and Sri Gauranga. All glories to Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur. All glories to Lord Nityananda and Lord Chaitanya and their eternal unlimited lineage of pure devotees. Please forgive my many offenses which are born out of my inability to properly understand and appreciate your spotless transcendental character. Thank you for coming to the material world to deliver all sincere souls from the darkness of Maya and the miseries of samsara, the blazing fire of material existence. Thank you for your many spiritual books and recordings which answer all of life's important questions in a way that all sincere people can easily understand. O spotless one, your answers to all these questions will grant immunity from all material miseries. Such charity is greater than all Vedic charities, sacrifices, penances, and so on. This is a verse from Srimad Bhagavatam 3:7-41. Srila Prabhupada, you explained the above verse as follows. The highest professional work of charity is to give people in general immunity from the anxieties of material existence. This can be done only by performing activities in devotional service to the Lord. Such knowledge is incomparable. Cultivation of knowledge in the Vedas, performance of sacrifice, and distribution of munificent charities altogether cannot form even a part of the immunity from the pangs of material existence that is gained from devotional service. The charity of Maitreya not only will help Vidura, but due to its universal nature, will deliver all others in all times. Thus, Maitreya is immortal. From Srimad Bhagavatam 3:7-41 purport. In this section of Srimad Bhagavatam, the great sage Vidura raises many questions to Maitreya Rishi. His aim was to point out the principles of transcendental loving service to the Lord. He knew that by this understanding, anyone, past, present, or future, can be liberated from the miseries of material existence and return to the spiritual world via the methods of pure devotion. In this modern age, Srila Prabhupada, you have explained and prescribed the methods of devotional service found in the Vedas, the Puranas, the Upanishads, Bhagavatam, Chaitanya Charitamrita, and Vaishnava commentaries in a way suitable not only for highly intellectual sadhus, but for people in general, even those of this present degraded age. Dearest Srila Prabhupada, your gift to the world is meant not only for a small group of your direct disciples or those you personally met and guided. Rather, your charity, due to its universal nature, will deliver all others in all times. Thus, Srila Prabhupada, like Sri Maitreya Rishi, you are immortal. Your charity is universal and eternal. Your mercy and instructions cannot be truly appreciated by those whose aim is to exploit the mission of the Supreme Lord for false ambitions. Not only can it be understood by Mayavadis and impersonalists, and Sahajis. I don't know if he meant not, nor can it not be understood. In fact, even Prakrita Bhaktas, materialistic devotees who deliberately remain attached to this material world and dislike advice for renunciation, may fall again into degradation. Srila Prabhupada in Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 3, you have given us this clear warning that, quote, the demigods in the heavenly planets and many devotees on this planet also want to remain in the material world as devotees of the Lord and take advantage of material happiness. They do so at the risk of falling down to the lower status of existence, and this makes the Lord dissatisfied with them. From Srimad Bhagavatam 3:9-12 purport. Very important quote. Srila Prabhupada, thank you so much for patiently and mercifully trying in every way possible to create a mission and movement for providing genuine sadhu sangha for the sake of teaching and training devotees in the proper ways of devotional service, as taught by Lord Chaitanya and his great devotees. Srila Prabhupada, thank you for teaching us that real devotional service is far beyond karma kanda, jnana kanda, pious activities, elevation to the heavenly planets, and Brahman liberation. Thank you for your perfect example of Lord Chaitanya's essential teaching that devotional service must be uninterrupted and free from material motive to completely satisfy Lord Krishna and one's own soul. O Vaishnava Goswami, most dear Srila Prabhupada, please be merciful to me. Thank you for blessing and protecting me in more ways than I can count. You are the savior of the fallen souls in this dark age of Kali. Without your mercy, the whole world is lost. Please deliver us from ignorance. Your aspiring disciple in eternal servant, Narasimha Das, August 2024. Nice. Next, we'll read an offering from Nilashama Prabhu, USA. Dear Srila Prabhupada, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to you. On this auspicious day of your Vyāsa Pūjā, I am deeply grateful for the opportunity to reflect upon your immense contribution to spreading Krishna consciousness across the world. Your compassion, wisdom, and tireless dedication have transformed and continue to do so the lives of countless individuals, including myself. Next, there's a beautiful poem that I'm going to read. The title is At Your Lotus Feet. In a world of darkness, you brought the light, a beacon of wisdom shining so bright. With words of compassion, you opened the way, guiding lost souls to the dawn of a new day. You crossed the oceans with courage and grace, planting seeds of devotion in every place. With the holy name, you transform each heart, uniting the world, though oceans apart. Your books are a treasure, a spiritual guide. In the pages of wisdom, we find peace inside. You taught us of Krishna, the source of all bliss, and the path of devotion we dare not miss. Srila Prabhupada, at your feet we bow. With hearts full of love, we make this vow to follow your teachings with earnest and zeal and spread Krishna's name with unwavering will. On this Vyāsa Pūjā, we honor your name. With gratitude and love, our hearts aflame. Thank you, dear Guru, for all you have done, for showing the path to the Supreme One. The best way we can thank you is to work with all those who consider you the Acharya and the only Diksha and Shiksha Guru in the spirit of cooperation and spread the movement in the way you wanted us to do so. Yours in service, Neil Shamadas. Very nice. Next is a beautiful poem from UK from Ramya Devi Dasi. Dear Srila Prabhupada, I never went on morning walks with you. I never had a conversation with you. I never did any intimate service for you. I never accompanied you to India. I never garlanded you or fanned you. I never had those sweet, loving exchanges with you that some other devotees had. But I did save some rose petals that you stepped on. I did touch my head to your feet. I did have the wonderful fortune of receiving first and second initiation personally from you. I did witness you arriving at Bhaktivedanta Manor by helicopter. I did once present you with a plate of fruit. I was present at many lectures and room darshans. I did have the incredible good fortune to be a few feet behind you when you danced all the way to Trafalgar Square at the 1973 London Ratha Yatra. I was there when you left the manor for the last time. I am fortunate enough to say you are my Lord birth after birth. I pray that one day I may be worthy of being called your disciple, Ramya Devi Dasi. Next is Rochita Devi Dasi from Canada on August 17, 2024. Saint-Michel de Saint-Quebec, Canada. Dear Most Srila Prabhupada, please accept my most humble obeisances at your lotus feet. You came to America to give us a matchless gift, the holy name of the Lord, the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. There are no words to express my gratitude. I am completely lost in this material life, and you are my only hope. I take shelter at your lotus feet. My life is worthless. I cannot control my senses, my ego, or any intelligence. Please give me the courage and determination in my devotional service. I pray to you, please engage me every day, every hour in your service. Recently, only by your grace, I had the great opportunity to find association with sincere and serious devotees through the Prabhupada Disciple Association. Those devotees are so great. I feel all the love and respect they have for you. It is so enlivening. Inspire me to revive and strengthen that relationship with you, my eternal spiritual master. Please accept my prayer. Your most fallen disciple, Rochita Devi Dasi. Offering from Dr. Ronald Singh in Sacramento, California. Dear Srila Prabhupada, as far as I'm concerned, you are the sole Acharya currently empowered by the predecessor Acharyas to manifest this Krishna consciousness movement in every town and village on this planet. So what is the secret? Unflinching and undivided faith in your divine grace? If this is missing, everything remains a mystery to these conditioned souls. You write that the common man must accept the Acharya, and you are the sole Acharya who is able to deliver such persons as us. Let us break all of our promises and ties with anyone who does not have this implicit, unwavering faith and dedication to your lotus feet. Just as a chaste and subservient wife cannot think about anyone else but her Lord, let our entire existence be based on this principle of unalloyed love and devotion. Just as the sun manifests for a period of time and then unmanifests, we are currently witnessing your unmanifest pastimes, and it's up to the individual to understand and imbibe this transcendental mystery. Because your divine grace is always giving this benediction, nothing else is needed. While many show bottle individuals have appeared in your movement, we still have your original unadulterated teachings in our hearts, and this remains our treasure. Your divine message is being broadcast, but the price is very high. Are they willing to pay the price? Prabhupada, no, the majority may not accept. You see, if you want to sell jewels, a diamond, you cannot get many customers. That is not possible. But still, a diamond is a diamond. It may not have many customers. It doesn't matter. If there is one customer, that is sufficient. Let us always be grateful for your kindness bestowed upon us in this way, always remaining an instrument forever in your transcendental service. Even though I'm the most fallen, you have given me such benediction which cannot possibly be imagined. Nevertheless, it's my duty to carry on your work life after life. Your aspiring servant, Ronald Singh, Sacramento/Oroville, California. Nice. Next is from Bhakta Rupesh Prabhu in Bombay, India. Dear Guru Maharaj, please accept my offering on this auspicious of your Vyāsa Pūjā Day. A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, who is very dear to Lord Gauranga, the son of Madhusachi, is unparalleled in his service to the Supreme Lord Sri Krishna. He's that great saintly spiritual master who bestows intense devotion to Krishna at different places throughout the world. I offer my obeisances unto the spiritual master of the entire world, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, whose glances are full of mercy and who is the bestower of transcendental bliss. O renowned Lord, protect me and kindly shower your compassion on me again and again. Let me offer my obeisances unto the lotus feet of my spiritual master, who is a disciple of Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur, who is always calm and joyful, and who is known by the name of Bhaktivedanta Swami. I offer my obeisances unto my divine master, who is full of bliss. He is always in the ecstasy of Lord Gauranga, and is therefore immersed in the lotus feet of Sri Radha Madhava. A spiritually advanced person who acts with authority as the spiritual master speaks as the Supreme Personality of Godhead dictates from within. Thus, it is not he that is personally speaking. When a pure devotee or spiritual master speaks, what he says should be accepted as having been directly spoken by the Supreme Personality of Godhead in the Parampara system. What Rupesh quoted here is from the Antya Lila chapter 5, text 71 of the Chaitanya Charitamrita, a very, very important point. Narottam Das Thakur says, Sadhu Shastra Guru Vakya Chittete Koryaikya. One should accept as one's guide the words of the sadhu, the Shastra, and the Guru. A sadhu is a great personality like Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. The Shastras are the injunctions of revealed scriptures, and the Guru, or spiritual master like Srila Prabhupada, is one who confirms the scriptural injunctions. Accepting the guidance of these three is the actual way of following the great personalities, Mahajans, for real advancement in life. In order to receive the real message of Srimad Bhagavatam, one should approach the current link or spiritual master in the chain of disciplic succession. The spiritual master is receiving benediction from the ocean of mercy. Just as a cloud pours water on the forest fire to extinguish it, so the spiritual master delivers the materially afflicted world by extinguishing the blazing fire of material existence. I offer my respectful obeisances unto the lotus feet of such a spiritual master who is an ocean of auspicious qualities. The spiritual master is to be honored as much as the Supreme Lord because he's the most confidential servitor of the Lord. This is acknowledged in all revealed scriptures and followed by all authorities. Therefore, I offer my respectful obeisances unto the lotus feet of such a spiritual master who is bona fide representative of Sri Hari. By the mercy of the spiritual master, one receives the benediction of Krishna. Without the grace of the spiritual master, one cannot make any advancement. Therefore, I should always remember and praise the spiritual master. At least 3 times a day, I should offer my respectful obeisances unto the lotus feet of my spiritual master. The conclusion is that a spiritual master who is authorized and empowered by Krishna and his own guru should be considered as good as the Supreme Personality of Godhead himself. That is the verdict of Vishwanath Chakravarti, Shakshadharitvena. As Hari is free to act as he likes, the empowered spiritual master is also free. As Hari is not subject to mundane rules and regulations, the spiritual master empowered by him is also not subject. In Srimad Bhagavatam 11:17-27, Lord Krishna says, Acharya mam vijaniyan na avamaniyena karichit namartya buddhya suyeta sarva devamayu guruhu. One should know the Acharya as myself and never disrespect him in any way. One should not envy him, thinking him an ordinary man, for he is the representative of all the demigods. Spiritual master should be considered non-different from Krishna. That is, he should be considered the incarnation of Lord Krishna's potency. Such a personality is Krishna Lingita Vigraha. That is, he is always embraced by the Supreme Personality of Godhead Krishna. He is the guru or spiritual master for the entire world. A devotee on the topmost platform, the Mahabhagavata stage, and a Paramahamsa Thakur, a spiritual form only fit to be addressed as Paramhamsa or Thakur. The spiritual master is always engaged in the temple worship of Sri Radha and Krishna. He also engages his disciples in such worship. They dress the deities in beautiful clothes and ornaments, clean their temple, and perform other similar worship of the Lord. I offer my respectful obeisances unto the lotus feet of such a spiritual master. He opens my darkened eyes and fills my heart with transcendental knowledge. He is my Lord birth after birth. From him ecstatic prema emanates, by him ignorance is destroyed. The Vedic scriptures sing of his character. Our spiritual master, Srila Prabhupada, is the ocean of mercy, the friend of the poor, and the Lord and master of the devotees. O Srila Prabhupada, O Master, be merciful unto me. Give me the shade of your lotus feet. Your fame is spread all over the three worlds. It is to be understood that a bona fide spiritual master is a resident of Krishna Loka. It is to be understood that the conditioned soul is tightly tied by the ropes of illusion. Because the bound cannot help the bound, the rescuer must be liberated. Therefore, only Lord Krishna or his bona fide representative, the spiritual master, can release the conditioned soul. The spiritual master or acharya is always situated in the spiritual status of life. Birth, death, old age, and disease do not affect him. Therefore, after the disappearance of an acharya, his body is never burnt to ashes, for it is a spiritual body. The spiritual body is always unaffected by material conditions. The lotus feet of our spiritual master are the only way by which we can attain pure devotional service. I bow to his lotus feet with great awe and reverence. By his grace, one can cross the ocean of material suffering and obtain the mercy of Krishna. My only wish is to have my consciousness purified by the words emanating from his lotus mouth. Attachment to his lotus feet is the perfection that fulfills all desires. In the Bhagavad Gita, chapter 4, text 34, Lord Krishna says, well, he's got numerous pages like this. This is one more nectar than I expected to dive in. Tadvidhi pranipatena pariprasnina sevaya upadikshanti te jnanam jnaninas tattvadarshinaha. Just try to learn the truth by approaching a spiritual master. Inquire from him submissively and render service unto him. The self-realized soul can impart knowledge unto you because he has seen the truth. One should take initiation from a bona fide spiritual master coming in the disciplic succession, who is authorized by his predecessor spiritual master. That is called Diksha Vidan. Serving the spiritual master, one attains the absolute truth. One's life becomes successful. If that service is obtained, then one becomes happy and gets the association of Lord Krishna due to good fortune. In Srimad Bhagavatam 7:9-28, Prahlad Maharaj says, my dear Lord, O Supreme Personality of Godhead, because of my association with material desires one after another, I was gradually falling into a blind well full of snakes, following the general populace. But your servant Narada Muni kindly accepted me as his disciples and instructed me how to achieve this transcendental position. Therefore, my first duty is to serve him. How could I leave his service? Thousands, millions of souls are wandering this world for millions of births. Some fortunate ones attain the treasure of devotion, which is like a beautiful blooming vine by the mercy of Guru and Krishna. In the Chaitanya Charitamrita Madhya Lila 19:151, it is said, out of many millions of wandering living entities, one who is very fortunate gets an opportunity to associate with a bona fide spiritual master by the grace of Krishna. By the mercy of both Krishna and the spiritual master, such a person received the seed of the creeper of devotional service. I have no devotion, nor do I have any knowledge, but I have strong faith in the word of my spiritual master. By your strong desire to fulfill the mission of your spiritual master, Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakura, the holy name of Lord Gauranga is spread throughout all the countries of the Western world, in all the cities, towns, and villages on the earth, from all the oceans, seas, rivers, and streams. Everyone is chanting the holy name of Krishna. Although you ordered your disciples to spread this mission further, I am not worthy or fit to do it. I am very fallen and insignificant. Therefore, O Lord, now I am begging for your mercy so that I may become worthy, for you are the wisest and most experienced of all. On the strength of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's command, you sent all of your servants going from door to door just to deliver the fallen souls. O Srila Prabhupada, you personally suffered to see the suffering of the fallen conditioned souls. The devotees were enthusiastically preaching everywhere, from the oceans to the Himalaya mountains. But now that you have gone from our midst, everything today has become very dark. You boldly preach the teachings of Lord Chaitanya everywhere, but now, in your absence, O Master, everything has fallen into darkness. Your so-called disciples disobeyed your final order and created a scandalous fiasco. The result of this philosophical deviation is evident to this day, as imitative sahajiyas are being worshipped as gurus in your temple. Is there a single temple to be found where your instructions are still being followed? As it is said, Punar Musiko Baba, everyone has again become a mouse. The lion's food has been stolen away by the deceptive tricks of the jackal. Now caught in Maya's mighty clutches, everyone is reduced to wailing and weeping. Without love of God, our tiny intelligence only becomes entangled in a network of Maya's delusions, because no one actually attained prema. Now there has been great upheaval in your mission. The Vaishnavas were famous as Patita Pavana, deliverers of the fallen. But now this title has fallen into disgrace. Countless numbers of your disciples have been forced to leave your movement. The whole world has become filled with impersonalists, and the Vaishnavas have given up the work of preaching that was entrusted unto them and have simply gone off to perform solitary worship. What will the owls and the Sahajiyas and the other nonsense group ever understand? And what will the sheep-like common people or dry logicians ever understand? O Master, if you are merciful to us once again, then even though we are trapped here on the shores of the ocean of death, we will finally behold a change for the better. Then once again, we can blissfully remember the holy name of Krishna. And once again, we will have firm faith in your transcendental messages. Once again, you will make us dance in the pure holy name of Krishna. Thus, you will personally dispel all this confusion caused by Maya. O Master, please awaken some good intelligence in this insignificant disciple of yours, so that my firm faith in your transcendental message may increase more and more. Continue dancing, singing, and performing Samkirtan in the association of devotees. These words spoken by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu are especially nectarine. If we have complete faith in these instructions given by you, our spiritual master, then in the performance of Samkirtana, actual love for Krishna will be aroused in us. The most magnanimous incarnation of the Lord is Sri Krishna Chaitanya, distributing the process of attaining love of God by chanting the holy names of Krishna. He thus blessed the entire universe. O Master, you are the personification of the transcendental message of Lord Chaitanya. You are the distributor of that message through every town and village. You sent your devotees to preach in the faraway lands of the different countries, and you personally traveled all over the world. You preached the pure philosophy of Lord Chaitanya in such a way that intelligent persons could understand. And you showed such great concern, O Master, in convincing all your adversaries. Lord Chaitanya used many tricks just to engage the conditioned souls in devotional service, and you have also understood how to use all those tricks perfectly well. You understood time, place, and circumstance and utilized everything as a strategy for preaching. Although observing your activities with their very eyes, those who are very blind like owls and other creatures of the night could not see your true purpose. Lord Chaitanya's method of devotional service is not performed in solitude. You preach this again and again to your own devotees. Just as the Lord delivered Jagai and Madai out of his own causeless mercy, you explain to everyone that this same method of preaching work has to go on. The world is now filled up with many Jagai and Madais to deliver. Everyone is anxiously looking down the road, waiting for Chaitanya Nitai to come to their rescue. If at such a time as this your instructions were followed as it is, then once again this Krishna consciousness would spread all over the world. If enthusiastic preaching activities were once again taking place in every direction, then as before all the people would be stirred up in blissful excitement. Your profound shouting would cause the demons and atheists to flee, and your narrations of Lord Chaitanya's message will fill the hearts of innocent souls. Again, the whole world would be excitedly bustling with good tidings, but as it is, in the absence of your proper followers, this is not happening. Your insignificant servant, Rupesh Chawan. Very, very sweet and moving. I'm going to read an offering from Shyamasundar Prabhu, Shyamasundar Das in Australia. Namaom Vishnupadaya Krishna Prestaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swamin Nitinamine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pasatyadeshatarine. I offer my respectful obeisances unto His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, who is very dear to Lord Krishna, having taken shelter at his lotus feet. Our respectful obeisances are unto you, O spiritual master, servant of Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Goswami. You are kindly preaching the message of Lord Chaitanya Deva and delivering the Western countries which are filled with impersonalism and voidism. Dear Srila Prabhupada, you told your disciples they can show their love for you by their willingness to cooperate together. But what does cooperation really mean? Does it mean blindly following the dictates of a top-down tyrannical institution structure, which feeds of obedient slaves, fear-driven to obey the commands of those in positions of power? Or does it mean free and critical thinking, interdependent souls, well-versed in knowledge, working together to expand the mission of a worldwide preaching mission? My understanding is the latter. You showed us by your example what it means to fearlessly undertake your spiritual master's instruction to preach to the Western world. Despite a lack of cooperation by members of the Gaudiya Math, you single-handedly formed your own society and attracted sincere souls to assist you in your mission. Similarly, we find ourselves in comparable circumstances. We understand the essence of your instructions that are endeavoring to represent your pure teachings. We are not cooperating with the corrupted ISKCON society that you so lovingly created. Rather, we are moving ahead with the Prabhupada Disciples Association, which puts you in the center for all sincere disciples to unite around. We are not confused by historical precedents in Shastra. You are the Shastra, which has created and established new precedents. You are the current link to the Parampara and will be the initiating guru for generations to come. You are the father and acharya for the real International Society for Krishna Consciousness, not simply a writer for hire, according to the Ravanas who have kidnapped Sita in the form of your society. In the same way that Sita Devi was an illusory form, not the real Sita, the ISKCON that has been hijacked by unscrupulous Ravanas is also an illusory construct disconnected from the pure spiritual current. The pure spiritual current is available from genuine disciples who love and worship you and follow your instructions. We here in the Prabhupada Disciples Association are soldiers in the army of Lord Rama, fighting to rescue your beloved society from the clutches of Ravana's minions. We try our best to cooperate together to restore your magnificent mission to its former glory for future generations to come. This is the test of our love for you. All glories to you, Srila Prabhupada, your loving disciples, Shyama Sundar Das. Wow, very touching. Read a few points from Swarat Prabhu in Malaysia. Namam Vishnupadaya Namaste Saraswati Devi. Dear Srila Prabhupada, please accept my humble obeisances at your divine lotus feet. On this most auspicious... Can somebody please mute your microphone? Dear Srila Prabhupada, please accept my humble obeisances at your divine lotus feet. On this most auspicious day of your divine grace, 128 Vyāsa Pūjā Day, this very fallen and lowly servant of yours would like to make and humble prayers at your divine lotus feet. My only wish is that your grace will grant me to remain as a speck of your dust at your divine lotus feet. Srila Prabhupada, you are the savior of the most fallen, Patit Pavan. Therefore, you have mentioned in your purport of Srimad Bhagavatam that the disciple and spiritual master are never separated because the spiritual master always keeps company with the disciple as long as the disciple embrace the teaching and follow the instructions of the spiritual master. This is called association of Vaivani, words. As your divine grace mentioned, that I shall remain your personal guidance, physically present or not physically, as I'm getting personal guidance from my Guru Maharaj. Room conversation, July 14th, 1977, Vrindavana. My dear Lord, the Supreme Personality of Servant Godhead, I am so fallen that even after reading these illuminating purports and instructions, I have examined and understood that I'm neither fit nor able to follow your divine grace instructions strictly, and I'm always your unworthy disciple. However, my only solace is your causeless mercy that you have given us your transcendental books, lectures, and a society of wonderful devotees whom I'm able to associate with. It is an irrevocable fact that through your divine instructions given in your transcendental books, you are able to guide all till the next 10,000 years to come. Therefore, it is an undeniable fact that a fallen soul like me can still be recipient of your causeless mercy in many births to come. That is the proper way to understand the real meaning of Chakshudan Diloje Janme Janme Prabhuse. Only through the causeless mercy of the spiritual Supreme Personality of God, Sri Krishna, can one get a bona fide spiritual master? Krishna kripate guru mile, guru kripate Krishna mile. And only through the causeless mercy of Guru that one gets Krishna. So I feel so fortunate to get your divine grace as my spiritual master birth after birth. I am praying to you that I will never forget you in any birth or in any species of life. I am sure that only through your mercy one can be delivered from the clutches of Maya. Sadhu Shastra Kripayai Yadi Krishna Mukahai. Te Jiva Nishtarimai Tahari Chadai. Only by your blessings and the transcendental books that you have given us, all the conditioned souls become devoted to Krishna and finally be liberated from the clutches of Maya. We consider ourselves as Bhagyavan for getting your divine grace as our spiritual master. Brahmanda Brahmati Kono Bhagyavan Jiv, Guru Krishna Kripai Pai Bhakti Lata Bij. After wandering through so many births in so many planetary systems, undergoing so many species of life, such a person who meets a bona fide spiritual master is the most fortunate. Srila Prabhupada, a liberated soul like you, is not bound by time and space. Neither is your causeless mercy. Neither do your causeless mercy. Srila one only as to open up one's heart to receive your benediction in the form of transcendental knowledge, which is being distributed freely to everyone without any condition and consideration. Thank you again, Srila Prabhupada, for everything that you have given us. We are greatly indebted to you birth after birth. Jai Srila Prabhupada, your eternal and insignificant servant, Swarat Das, Malaysia. Our Vyāsa Pūjā offerings at your lotus feet. 1. Transcendental book distribution. 2. Free distribution of prasad and on-chanting Hare Krishna booklets. 3. Kirtan program and weekly love feasts. 4. Celebrating all Vaishnava festivals. 5. Hearing your lectures twice daily. 6. Reading Srimad Bhagavatam daily. 7. Translating your books into Malay and Indonesian language and preaching in Nepal and Indonesia. 8. Translating in Tamil. 9. Guiding and inspiring new devotees to surrender to your lotus feet. 10. Depend solely on your books, letters, and purports as our only source of knowledge. Very, very important points. I'm going to find one more, and then we will end the program. I got to go back to the original. Okay, hold on here. Whoops, I think I lost the connection here. I guess we will end up the program here. I've lost the actual Vyāsa Pūjā book on my screen. Thanks everybody for participating, and we greatly appreciate your participation in the regular classes. I will let Vishwakarma Prabhu to end with a few concluding words. And if I have not read any of the other Vyāsa Pūjā offerings, it is not that we've neglected you. It will be on our site, on our Facebook page, on our website. And if anybody still wants to offer some offerings, you're welcome. We will have the full complete edition that Venkat Prabhu and Ripresh Prabhu will complete in the next few days or the next week. Thank you so much for participating. Vishwakarma Prabhu, Hare Krishna.
Glorious to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you, everyone, for participating. And I wanted to remind you that we are planning a initiation ceremony in February of 2025, Vijaya Pandit, in Mexico, under the invitation of Krishna Kishore, who's leading the preaching work there. So we expect 200 to 300 people to attend the festival. So if you're interested in participating from any part of the world, or you're interested in initiation to become a Prabhupada disciple in this disciplic succession and take up the mission of Srila Prabhupada as a disciple, then you're welcome to be in touch with us to find out more about it. It's a great opportunity. And while we're still here, we're able to do this service for the new people that are serious, very serious about spiritual life. And this is something that will please our spiritual master, Srila Prabhupada, very much. So the pleasure of the spiritual master is the desire of the disciple to please him and to take up his service without any hesitation. So thank you again, everyone. Thank you, Yashodanandana Prabhu. I wanted to mention, just on final words, I've never met a devotee that has so much enthusiasm for reading or explaining the philosophy of Krishna consciousness as Yashodanandana Prabhu. And thank you very much for that. It's amazing. Tremendous energy. Hey, Vijaya Pandit. Tremendous energy. And it's all coming from the grace of his spiritual master, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. So all glories to you and all glories to the assembled devotees. Thank you for taking your time today to participate in this program. And for those that are going online, thank you for tuning in on Hare Krishna Society YouTube page to catch all of this wonderful programming that we've posted online. All glories to Srila Prabhupada and the Sankirtan mission of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Yes, Yashoda, sorry.
I wanted to thank Venkat Bhatta Prabhu and Rupesh Prabhu and their associates, Hari Prasad Prabhu, for their tremendous effort in putting this Vyāsa Pūjā booklet together. We'll see, it's being released today. I was reading from it, but it's really, really nice, professionally done with beautiful articles from Srila Prabhupada, beautiful pictures of Srila Prabhupada. It is really a beautiful production. Thank you all for your dedicated service to His divine grace and your tremendous effort, all of you, to put these classes together. So we will close the program. We will see you all on Wednesday at 5:00 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, corresponding to 8:00 p.m. Hamilton, Ontario, Canada, and Florida time, and chant the holy name and worship His divine grace. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.